Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. Covering all conversation from dating to sports fetishes, this is Talking Points with Shabazz Davis on World Improv Network.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. My name is Jerome Carmichael, filling in for Shabazz this week while he's out taking the GRE subject exam for physics. Good luck, Shabazz. And if you don't do well, you can always take it the second time when the Chinese aren't taking it, and you'll do better, relatively speaking. Now, thank you all for tuning in tonight, for we have a very special episode of Talking Points. An episode that's geared toward an audience that we don't normally reach. So I'd like to welcome all those new folks out there that might be tuning in for the first time. And I'd also like to welcome our two guests, Mr. Christian Archer and Mr. Honus Grotch.
Hi.
Sir,
Wow.
sir, you don't even know these gentlemen. I know you don't. I shouldn't say that. You have a following, but let's face it, it's not large. That's a little more like it, people. Thank you. Now, Christian and Honus, you two host the geriatric, jerry-rigged Jerry's podcast.
Yeah.
I'm told it's an informational comedy podcast where you both pretend you're people named Jerry.
That's right. Yeah, we're a couple of Jerrys, and we look to entertain and inform.
Yes, that's exactly what we like to do. We like to entertain and inform.
Well, that's a very simple message.
Yeah, people need to laugh and they need to know. You know, it's not enough to do one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more you know.
It is half the battle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 Now, you two, I'm just gonna come right out and say it.
Yeah.
You're old. You're both very old, and you're podcasting. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Aging is not to be laughed at.
It's a typical response, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you both get this a lot?
Well, I think Christian can attest to it. He looks the older between the two of us.
Yeah.
We went into a black-eyed pea the other day, and even the older folks in the place started, splitting their sides.
Oh.
They were laughing at me, but when we walk in there, they immediately gravitate to Honus over there because he's like a statue of Adonis. He takes that slimgenic stuff, and even though he's 86, he looks only like he's 42. He's an absolute look at the beauty he is. Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest, Christian, I wouldn't have noticed those things, but clearly you do.
Yeah.
So which makes me curious. How long have you worked with Honus?
Oh, as soon as we started our podcast together, we used to live together in the same St. Mary's retirement home.
Oh, and were you close?
He used to always beat me in checkers.
Oh, checkers master, eh, Honus?
Well, a master is an exaggeration. That's one of Christian's strengths, and one of the things I admire about him is that he's, when it comes to words, he's one of the kindest guys you'll meet. He's very generous with his words, which makes him a great podcaster.
Oh, yep. Because you don't want dead air on a podcast.
No.
Speaking of which,
No, dead air. No, dead air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is that an example of what people can experience on your podcast?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Let's give him an example of one of the more informative things that we have.
Yes.
I mean, do you have people call in?
Yes, we have a comedy show. It's one of our main podcasts. It's called the World Improv Network, and it's a comedy show, and you can listen to it and take part in the show, and it's like the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
Hey, now, sir, these people are doing something creative, and they don't need your negativity. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, there's no room. There's no room for negativity in the creative process.
No.
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 Okay. Yeah. Sir, I'm just not going to engage with you anymore.
Do you want me to send Honus over there to beat him?
Nope,
No.
because that will be letting the terrorists win, Christian, and that's not what we do here on Talking Points. Now, I have a very practical question, seeing as how you both are so incredibly old. Is there any fear that one of you might die on air?
Oh yeah, there is.
Oh,
There's always fear.
Oh, always. But Honus over there, he always carries a defibrillator every time we go on air.
oh,
Yeah, and there's a couple times where I almost stopped, but then he would just blow a whole straw full of coffee into my ear, and I would wake right back up.
oh. So you were just falling asleep.
Yeah, but he didn't know if I was gonna die, so he got the paddles ready, and before he would do the paddle thing, he would blow the coffee in my ear first to make sure that wasn't the case.
Yeah, see, that was a learning opportunity for not just our listeners, but for everybody in the studio too. We have a great tech squad
Oh,
on our show, and you see, the thing is, the caffeine, when you put it in the ear, it gets to the brain a lot quicker. It's like putting a drug in your blood. It just goes, it's a lot quicker. But caffeine, instead of ingesting it, if you put it in your ear, it gets metabolized by your brain a lot.
I'm sorry. Honus,
Faster.
Okay. All right. Now, Honus, I hate to. I'm not trying to come at you or anything, but I mean, I know a little bit about the human body, and the ear canal does not lead directly to the brain. Like, so putting coffee in someone's ear, just leaves coffee in their ear.
But
Christian?
Mr. Carmichael, what Honus does, he takes one of those metal Starbucks straws that you get in one of those permanent cups, and he slams it in there.
Oh.
And then it goes all the way into my brain. I can feel it. It tickles, makes my right leg kick.
And then it stays in your throat. You see, the metal works its way through the, there's a reason it's ear, nose, and throat. It goes from the metal goes from the ear to the throat.
Okay. Well,
He's a scientist. He's a genius.
Is he? Because I'll be honest, this sounds incredibly harmful, and I just want to make it clear to all our listeners at home, we here at Talking Points do not stand behind this medical procedure, nor do we encourage any of you to ever try this.
Hold on, Mr. Carmichael.
Christian, will you please put that down? Put the...
When you're 97 like me, what is there to lose? What do you have to lose by trying some new scientific genius that Honus over here is able to provide? What is there to lose?
I mean, there's you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose at all, Christian. Please put the pointy object down. Please. Thank you, intern Steve. Honus, I'm sorry that we had to shoot your...
Okay. I know what to do here. We're gonna take all these pens, and we're gonna stick them in that nub of a wrist, and those are gonna. What's gonna happen is the skin is gonna grow over the pens, and then he'll have fingers again. All right.
Okay.
So this is the magic of metal in the human body.
What?
All right, we're just gonna put some pens in what was a hand.
Okay. What?
Then look at that. Look at that.
God.
I was like, it was the god of light that brought me back.
And the miracle of magic science.
he's a magician too.
Okay, I can't believe what I've just seen. I've just saw a man raised from the dead. He has a gaping wound in his chest. And
Feels good,
Christian,
doesn't
how do
it?
you feel right now?
That feels so good. It feels like I just went for a 4-mile run and my lungs are moving so good. Shoot
Wow.
me again.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've just learned that. Well, Mr. Honus Grotch, it looks like we need you again, and you are in fact a miracle worker. Thank you very much, and that is the talking point.
Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. Give the Wincast your questions on Facebook, Twitter, or the Mile High Sports Radio studio line during the break of what issues the Win counselors can help you with during good, bad, ugly. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.